Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and on the World Wide Web at KSIR.com this morning from Estes Park. It's the Brush Bee Diggers against the Estes Park Bobcats. I'm John Beltran. This game is just underway as we're 2 pitches in, 1 ball and 1 strike to Gregory Mares. Bee Digger starting lineup brought to you by T.O. Charlie's. For a great used car or truck, if you don't see what you want on the lot, they'll find it for you at T.O. Charlie's. 700 West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. The right-hander Cam Bogner now with a 1-ball, 2-strike count after the breaking ball was thrown for a strike. 1-2 in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bee Digger starting lineup a little bit different today. Gregory Mares batting first. Second hitter is Eric Garcia. Mitch Tormolen bats third. Kyle Rosenbrock is the cleanup hitter. Trevor Blake bats fifth. Ryan Hirschfeld sixth. It changes near the bottom. Swung on and grounded on the left side towards the shortstop. A bobble, and then a throw is going to be late. And then the ball gets by the first baseman, but no advance by Mares. Dylan Acosta bats seventh. He's the center fielder. Tyler Monday eighth. And Daniel Soto will be batting ninth. So the air on John Youngbluth allows Gregory Mares to reach, and will set up the defense momentarily for Estes Park, with Eric Garcia stepping in, the only left-handed hitter. The stretch, and a pitch by Bogner, and the breaking ball is high. Hunter Johnson's at first, Bailey Flores at second, David Klein's at third baseman, as we mentioned, John Youngbluth at short. Jonathan Passon left, Dylan Jerson center, Austin Gallatin in right, and the wild pitch to the screen on the breaking ball. 2 balls and no strikes to Garcia. Maris advances to second. Behind the plate is Adam Tully. And Cam Bogner now with a 2-ball, no strike count against the left-handed hitter Eric Garcia. The pitch swung on and grounded right up the middle towards second base. Looking to second, throwing to first is Bailey Flores as Maris holds up. And there's 1 down. And all play infield here, so the ball rolls quickly to the infielders. Here at Estes Park, here's Mitch Tormolen. Bee Diggers come into this game with a 6-6 record, 3-2 in Patriot League play. Tormolen this time wearing the high socks. The pitch in the dirt, blocked by Tully. 1 ball, no strikes. Estes Park at 3-8 overall, 0-5 in league play. And in 4 of those games, they've given up double digits. Here's the Bobcats starting lineup. Batting first is the second baseman, Bailey Flores. Center fielder, Dylan Jersa hits second. The catcher, Adam Tully, bats third. The cleanup hitters, the pitcher, Cam Bogner. David Klein, the third baseman, hits fifth. Hunter Johnson, the first baseman, bats sixth. Left fielder, Jonathan Pass, will hit seventh. John Youngbluth, the shortstop, hits eighth. And Austin Gallatin, the right fielder, will be batting ninth for Estes Park. The Bee Diggers have Mitch Tormolen at first. Kyle Rosenbrock is the second baseman. Tyler Monday at third. Gregory Mares in between him at short. Eric Garcia is in left. Dylan Acosta in center. Daniel Soto in right. Behind the plate is Trevor Blake. And on the mound, Ryan Hirschfeld, the right-hander. Hirschfeld on the year. 1-2 record with a 5.89 ERA. And he's thrown 19 innings for the Bee Diggers so far this season. Brush with a 1-0 lead on a sacrifice fly by Mitch Tormolen. And Bailey Flores steps in from the right side. The pitch swung on and grounded right up the middle towards center field for a base hit. And again, the ball rolls very quickly through the infield, since it's clay only here in Estes Park. Only grass in the outfield. That'll bring up Dylan Jersa, another right-handed hitter for the Bobcats. Throw back to first, back in diving is Flores. The first inning gave Hirschfeld problems against Highland in that 13-12 8-inning victory. Gave up 4 runs. Swung on and popped foul out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Once again, follow us pitch by pitch at KSIRsports.com. The stretch. And the throw back to first, back in diving once again is Flores. If you haven't operated the KSIRsports.com, you can click on additional games. There's arrows to the left and right. Click on those arrows in the offering. The break breaking ball is a strike on the inside corners. The wind picks up thigh high. And it's 0-2. Bear with us here from Estes Park, because when that wind picks up, it certainly interferes with a clear signal. And the pitch swung on and grounded up the middle towards center field. Maris dives, cannot get to the baseball. It's a base hit on an 0-2 pitch by Dylan Jersa. Flores to second. And Estes Park is threatening with a right-handed hitting catcher, Adam Tully. Estes Park scored 11 runs against Meade in a 21-11 loss, so they've got some explosion of the bats. Eaton did beat them 20-0. The stretch, and Hirschfeld delivers. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. It's 0-1. And even if you get the ball up, it'll travel here. 357 in right center, 361 in left center, 341 down the left field line. Breaking ball is inside 342 in terms of feet down the right field line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brush leads 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Estes Park with 2 on and nobody out after singles by Flores and Jersa. The offering. Fastball is a strike on the outer half just below belt level. It's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Maris is now cheating towards the bag because of those balls hit up the middle. And the pitch. Breaking ball is grounded to the left side. Monday steps to the back for 1. Third baseman throws to first, and that is safe. As Tully beat it out, but the fielder's choice on the excellent play by Monday will go 5 unassisted. And there's 1 down. 1 down for Cam Bogganer. Hitting from the right side, the opposing pitcher today. The stretch and the offering. And the breaking ball is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. The Diggers scored their run on a Mitch Tormolin sac fly, plating Gregory Mayers, who reached on an error. 1-0 pitch. Fastball is low. 2 balls and no strikes. The Diggers last year at Brush defeated Estes Park 9-4. That was a fairly close game, and even though the Bay Diggers won by 5, fastball is way outside. 3-0 to Cam Bogganer. A huge game for Brush here, considering that they've got 2 losses in league play, and it's come in the last 2 games where they didn't hit the ball. 6-0 to University and 5-2 to Eaton. Fastball a strike on the outside corner. And he's actually against University. They did get 9 hits. They just couldn't string any together. That's why they got shut out. And the 3-1. Fastball is a strike again on the outer half at the knees. It's 3-2. Hirschfeld took something off it. Jersa leads off of second. Tully at first. 1 out in the bottom of the first. Payoff pitch. And the breaking ball is grounded left side towards Mayers. He's got it, flips to second, and the ball sails into right field. An errant throw, and around third is going to be Jersa. He's going to score. Advancing to third is Tully. It'll be an error on Mayers on the errant throw. And Estes Park has tied the game. And they've got runners at the corners. That'll bring up David Klein. And again, defense was horrendous for Brush on Thursday in a 5-2 loss to Eaton. They committed 6 errors and could have committed 7. Breaking ball is off the glove of Blake, and here comes the runner towards the plate, and the throw will be made, but the throw gets through the infield. And Estes Park now leads 2-1. We'll call that a pass ball as Adam Tully scores. And advancing to second is Bogganer. So the Bobcats with the early lead after the Beat Diggers broke out on top. 1 ball and no strikes. The stretch and the pitch. Fastball is low. 2-1. Both teams have committed an error in the early going. 2 balls and no strikes to David Klein. The stretch. Hirschfeld delivers. Fastball is upstairs and inside. 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes. Here's the stretch and the offering. Fastball up and in. It's a 4-pitch walk to Klein. First and second for the left-handed hitting Hunter Johnson. Johnson playing first base today for Estes Park. Bobcats looking for a big inning. Stretched by Hirschfeld. And the offering. Swag. And missing a fastball. It's 0-1. See if that gets Hirschfeld into rhythm, but he needs defensive support. Monday made a nice play at third, but they couldn't follow that up with a grounder to short. 0-1. Down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Already 20 pitches thrown by Hirschfeld, and still only 1 out in the first. The Diggers have used quite a few pitchers this week, of course, with lots of games, and they got more to go. Throw back to second, the tag, and safe. Underneath the tag was Boganer on the excellent pickoff move. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 in, 2 on. Swung on and fouled off to the left. Looked like a changeup. It's 1-2. Diggers will play at home against Meade on Tuesday. Travel to Kersey, take on Platte Valley on Thursday, and then a week from today at home against Valley. The offering, breaking ball is low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Diggers 1 year ago went on a big winning streak to end the season. They were 6-6, just like they are now. The pitch swung on, foul back. And it started after the loss to Eaton. And are they calling a balk? I think a balk was called, which means the pitch didn't count. Yeah, a balk has been called, so the runners advance. So Boganer at third and Klein at second. And the count does remain at 2-2, although that pitch did not count. Hirschfeld more than likely, he's going to operate out of the windup. And the offering. Swung on, grounded foul up the third base side. As Hunter Johnson stays alive. At 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Hirschfeld out of the windup. And the pitch. Breaking ball is up and away. 3-2. And the Digger right-hander beginning to struggle. 13 strikes, 11 balls. Payoff pitch. That is just outside. That's a good call. I'm situated right behind the plate. He threw a changeup, and he missed. The bases are loaded for Jonathan Pass. Well, this was chalked up as a victory automatically for the Diggers. It's only in the first inning, but Estes Park is off to an excellent start. Diggers in double play depth. Line and pitch. Fastball down the middle for a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Jonathan Pass. And the pitch. Fastball is outside, and the count is level at 1-1. Estes Park leads Brush 2-1 here at the bottom of the first inning. A couple of singles and a Digger error. Wild pitch, a pass ball. Lots has happened. Swung on and fouled back on the changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is already the 7th hitter of the inning for the Bobcats. And the 1-2 curveball is way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the problem with that curveball's got lots of early movement, which means the batter can pick it up quicker. The Diggers dressed in their gray uniforms today with Diggers etched across the chest. And the 2-2 swung on and popped foul out of play. Count remains at 2-2. Yeah, and this wind has become relentless, but it's going to be up and down throughout the course of the game. It's a gorgeous day, but still pretty cold out here because of the wind. 2-2 pitch. Swung on in line towards center field. That's a base hit. Acosta will play it on a hop, which means the runners advance 1 base at a time. Boganer scores in the RBI single from Pass. Estes Park 3. Brush 1. in the bottom of the first inning. Bobcats stunning the Beat Diggers in the early going. There's John Youngbluth, the shortstop. Hirschfeld just wants the last of the first inning. Line in the pitch. Fastball is a little bit up and away. Yeah, it's been a tough season. Hirschfeld was outstanding as a freshman on the mound, but as a sophomore has labored badly. 1-0. Down the middle, but low. 2-0. And Gregory Mayers started against Eaton. Rosenbrock came in for the last 2+ innings. On Tuesday was Eric Garcia getting the start against University, so the Beat Diggers, like many other teams, getting a little bit thin on pitching with all these games. 2-0 pitch, swung on and foul back. On a fastball for the zone, it's 2-1 to John Youngbluth. Well, the Beat Digger bats have got to show up today with Estes Park now leading 3-1 in the bottom of the first inning. And a 2-1. And the breaking ball is a strike. That one just drops beautifully. On the inner half high, it's 2-2. With the bases loaded, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Line and pitch, and the breaking ball is up and in. And now Hirschfeld's got to come in with something good. I don't know if you want to throw that curveball right now at 3-1. Line and pitch, swung on and line towards right field. Daniel Soto is right there. He'll make the catch. No tag. Soto got the ball a little bit late. The ball is off of Rosenbrock's glove, but still no advance. And on the line drive out by Youngbluth, there's 2 down. And coming to the plate, hitting for the left side, is Austin Gallatin. The line by Hirschfeld and the pitch, and that ball is down and it nearly hit him. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, relentless, like I said, is the wind right now, so just cope with us, and hopefully the conditions will improve from that standpoint. We're doing everything we can to block that wind from this microphone. The wind and the 1-0. Swing and missing a fastball up in the zone. The count is leveled at 1-1, and Hirschfeld is about to deliver his 40th pitch of the inning. With the bases loaded, the Beat Diggers down 3-1 in the bottom of the first inning. And the 1-1 offering. Oh, that curveball was terrible. Way outside. It would have hit a right-handed hitter. 2-1. Now, Hirschfeld's got to trust his fastball and his changeup. The breaking ball on a day like this is tough to locate. The pitch swung on and foul back. Nice job there by Ryan. Just challenging the left-handed hitting Austin Gallatin. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3 on, 3 in. And the pitch. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball. No, foul. Got a piece of it. Beat Digger starting lineup today was brought to you by T.O. Charlie's, as we mentioned. The first pitch brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance, locally in Fort Morgan and Brush, offering home, health, auto, farm, business, and workers' compensation insurance. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. The pitch. Down and in. One with a bender. It's 3-2. To the ninth place hitter, Austin Gallatin. At third is Klein. Johnson at second. Pass at first. And the 3-2. Swung on and fouled off. Count remains at 3-2. Hirschfeld wanted it out there. He just wants to get through this first inning. I mean, he showed against Highland. Once he got through that first inning, he settled down nicely. But the same thing has happened here on the road against Estes Park. And the payoff pitch. Swung on and chopped foul behind the plate. And the concern here for Hirschfeld is the pitch count. He's at 45 already in the first inning. And this will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat to Austin Gallatin. So he has really worked over the Beat Digger right-hander. 3-2. Breaking ball is lifted down the right field line, is twisting foul, and that one is just foul. If not, that would have been a 3-run triple, maybe inside the Parker. That was fouled by about a foot and a half. So it remains at 3-2 to Austin Gallatin. Threw him a breaking ball, and he hung it. We're in store for a long game, 23 minutes already, and we're still in the first inning. Three balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, bottom 1. Estes Park leads Brush 3-1. Lake lays down the sign, and the pitch swung on and lifted towards center field. Acosta to his left, gets under it, makes the catch, and the inning is over. However, Estes Park does put together a 3-run inning, and they do it on 3 base hits. There was 1 error, and the bases were left loaded. Let's head to the second inning. Estes Park 3, Brush 1 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Trevor Blake begins the second for the Beat Diggers. Brush trails Estes Park 3-1. Blake hitting .333, 11 RBIs in the season, swung on and lifted very high on the left side of the infield. The shortstop, Youngblue, settles under it, makes the catch for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll send up Ryan Hirschfeld, the Beat Digger pitcher, hitting .389. He's homered this year with 7 ribbies. The pitch by Bogner, the right-hander, is a strike with a breaking ball in the outside corner at the knees. It's 0-1. The Beat Diggers did not get a hit in the first inning when they scored, and now do. Hit in the center field on the line drive by Hirschfeld. Hopefully that'll get the Beat Digger offense going. With Dylan Acosta at the plate. He's moved up in the lineup, and he should. Acosta with 8 RBIs, hitting .316. And let's see, we got a discussion here at home plate. I'm not sure what about, as Acosta's outside the box. And now let's see, the 2 umpires will convene. Alec Peterson is the courtesy runner. Hopefully the Beat Diggers are not going to be victimized by some technicality, because I'm not sure what that's all about. But the 2 umpires are convening. Welcome home to your hometown grocery store featuring Morgan County's largest variety, the Brush Grocery Cart. And now the home plate umpire is going to call over head coach Mark Moniz. I wonder if it had something to do with the courtesy runner, Peterson. 2 Saturdays ago, the Beat Diggers got, I hate to say the word burned, but when he batted out of order, Beat Diggers spotted it a little bit later on in the inning, but it was too late to contest. Now this could be another technicality, but this one involving Brush. As the Estes Park coach was out there to talk to the home plate umpire, he went back to the dugout. We know it's not a batting out of order situation, unless it's a bad situation here. John Hirschfeld Sr. taking a bat out to the mound. I think that's what they're going to test. Remember, all bats have to be reviewed by the umpires before the game. And if that was one of them that was not reviewed, then the batter could be called out. We'd still give Hirschfeld a base hit, but then Peterson, the courtesy runner, would be automatically out at first base, and there'd be 2 down, but let's see what the ruling is. Now, Hirschfeld brought the bat out. He's not happy. Hirschfeld Sr. And the game will continue. I mean, technicalities like that, come on. I mean, this is high school baseball. They're not using an illegal bat. Or I know that if the bat's not reviewed, it's a technicality. Beat Diggers got called out on that last year in the game. Peterson with a two-step lead. Plenty of speed. The pitch. Swang and a miss by Acosta on the breaking ball, low and away. And it's 0-1. The right-hander Bogner stretches, and the pitch in the dirt, and it gets through Tully all the way towards the Estes Park dugout on the third base side. On the wild pitch, Peterson to second. Now the count level at 1-1 strike. And Bogner's been in the strike zone, but he's thrown a couple of wild pitches already. And the 1-1. Swung on and grounded right side. Advancing to third will be Peterson. Throw to first as Bailey Flores retires. Dylan Acosta, there's two down. Pete Digger still looking to string together base hits. Tyler Monday will step in. Monday with only 2 ribbies on the season, making 1. And the pitch is a strike on the outside corner at the knees. 200 batting average. Check that with the RBIs on Monday. He's got 6 on the year. Swung on and fouled off the end of the bat. It is 0-2 to the Pete Digger third baseman. At 1305 Edison Street in Brush, CNC Auto Parts is your local Napa Auto Parts store. Swung on and grounded to Flores at second. He bobbles it, picks it up, throws to first. The inning is over. Pete Diggers do not score in the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. An inning and a half complete. Estes Park 3, Brush 1 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 3-1, Estes Park leads Brush as we head to the bottom of the second inning. In Estes Park, it'll be the top of the order for the Bobcats. Flores, Jirsa, and Tully against Ryan Hirschfeld, who threw 47 pitches and has got to really reduce that number here over the next 2 or 3 innings just to get halfway through the game. Flores singled in the first. 7 right-handed hitters and 2 lefties for the Bobcats in this lineup. Wind by Hirschfeld, the pitch, and the breaking ball is a beauty on the outer half, thigh high. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to the second baseman. Good defensive second baseman from what we've seen. Fastball is outside. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. For all of your title needs, you can visit Tim Weimer at Northern Colorado Title in Fort Morgan. 1 ball and 1 strike to Flores. And in the offering, swag, a miss on a breaking ball. On the inside corner, it's 1-2. Let's see if Hirschfeld can put him away right now on the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, caught by the pitcher, Hirschfeld. Holy mahungus. I mean, had that been any closer to his face, it would have hit him there. Luckily, he defended himself and caught the liner. There's 1 down. That was a bullet. Thank goodness for Hirschfeld's glove and those instincts. Even the umpire making sure that Hirschfeld's okay. The ball didn't touch him, it just hit his glove, and that's kind of a shock right there. Here's Dylan Jirsa, who singled in the opening inning, and he later scored. And Hirschfeld was starting his windup, but the home plate umpire all of a sudden stopped and called time. Here's the first pitch to Jirsa, and the breaking ball is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. But the base is empty, and 1 out in the second. 3-1 Estes Park. Fastball, a strike at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jirsa. Blake lays down the sign, 1-1, and the breaking ball is tapped foul up the third base side towards the Bobcat dugout. 1-2 to Jirsa. There's the line, the 1-2 pitch in the dirt, scooped up by Blake. Tried to throw a bender, short-armed it. It's 2-2. Committed to serving those in production. Ag, Premier Farm Credit is the gold standard in ag lending. 2-2 pitch. Called strike three. Fastball outer half at the knees. And there's 2 down. Hirschfeld fans Jersa. Here's Adam Tully, who hit into a fielder's choice in the opening frame. A much better start to this inning, and again, this is the same thing that happened. And Hirschfeld start against Highland got off to a slow start, then settled down, and his teammates came back and won the game. Wind and pitch, and the breaking ball is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. To the Estes Park catcher, Adam Tully. 1-0 pitch. Swag and a miss and a bender. It's 1-1. Wind has died down a little bit here in Estes Park. It'll be a factor throughout the course of the game. The pitch swung on and lifted foul. Out of play off to the right. And the count is at 1-2. A lot better inning pitch-wise for Hirschfeld. 1 ball, 2 strikes, a lot better. And the pitch swung on and fouled off to the right again. With the bases empty and 2 out in the bottom of the second inning, Estes Park leads Brush 3-1. No balls and 2 strikes to Adam Tully. And the offering in the dirt with a bender. I think I said it was 0-2. It's 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Tully. And the pitch swung on and line towards right field for a base hit. He stuck his glove out there, and it's a 2-out hit for Tully. That'll extend the inning for Cam Bogener. Bogener reached on an error in the first inning on a ground ball to Maris, but his throw was wide of the target, Kyle Rosenbrock, and it sailed into right field. Let's see if Tully's going to use his speed. The pitch swung on and fouled off to the right. It's 0-1. Beat Diggers looking to snap a 2-game losing streak. The Bobcats are looking for their first Patriot League win. They are 0-5 in league play. Throw back to first back and diving is Tully. So they're playing loose so far. No balls, 1 strike, 1 on, 2 down. The pitch. Breaking ball is lifted towards left field. Coming in is Garcia, still coming in, and he's got to play it on a hop. Runner going to third. The throw, Monday will fly the tag, and that third base is Tully. And the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Let's head to the third inning with the score. Estes Park 3, Brush 1 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the third inning in Estes Park. The Bobcats lead the Beat Diggers 3-1. Daniel Soto will lead things off for Brush. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters. Soto, Gregory Maris, and Eric Garcia against right-hander Cam Bogener, who's thrown just 25 pitches in the first 2 innings, 17 for strikes, so he's pounding the zone and challenging these Beat Diggers who've had their issues scoring runs lately. Only 2 total in 2 games, nothing against University and 2 against Eaton, and only 1 so far through the opening 2 innings in game number 13 of the year. So Soto steps in. He's been DH for in some of these games, but hitting today, and that's in there for a strike, batting .269. Fastball there at the knees. No balls and 1 strike to the Beat Digger right fielder. Wind and pitch, and that fastball's inside. Beat Diggers have been known for the big innings this year while they've had productive games. They scored 14 over a 2-inning span against Lions. Swag and a miss. Soto couldn't catch up to that one. It's 1-2. Bogener fired it right by the Beat Digger right fielder. Bogener out of the stretch with the bases empty, and that is in the dirt. On the breaking ball, it's 2-2. Brush has 1 hit over the first 2 innings, a single to center by Hirschfeld. Stretch by Bogener. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the right on the bender, and the count remains at 2-2. 2 matter what your loan needs, stop by High Plains Bank at 502 Central Avenue in Wiggins. Fouled off to the right and out of play. Also inquire about checking and savings accounts as well as CDs at High Plains Bank in Wiggins, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Excuse me. 2 balls, 2 strikes to begin the third. Estes Park leads Brush 3-1 the pitch in the dirt to the screen. It'll be a full count. Amazingly enough, the wind has not only died down but gone away. We'll see how long that lasts. 3-2 to Soto. The pitch, and that's in the dirt, and Soto walks. Excellent plate appearance by Soto, walking on 8 pitches. That'll send up Mares, who reached on an error by the shortstop Youngbluth in the opening frame. Beat Diggers have not been much of a running team this year in terms of the stolen bases. The pitch, and that is a strike on the outer half of the breaking ball. 0-1 to Maris. With Eric Garcia on deck, Soto with a very short lead at first. Wagner stretches, and the 0-1. And the bender is on the outside corner for a strike. 0-2. Yeah, Maris thought that ball was off the plate. It could have been called a ball. And if that's going to be called a strike, he's got to look to swing and go the other way. Stretch. 0-2. And that is upstairs with a breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bobcats 3, Beat Diggers 1 in the top of the third inning from Estes Park. And the pitch. And that curveball is a called strike 3. That was an excellent pitch. Not sure why Gregory took it, but there's 1 down in the third. Eric Garcia will now bat. Garcia grounded out in the opening frame. Wagner stretches, and the offering. Swing and a miss and a ball in the dirt. And it's 0-1. Beat Diggers have got to make smart decisions up there, whether it's not swinging at strikes or swinging at balls. That's what's hurt them here in this third inning, with the exception of Soto, who had a very good plate appearance. And the pitch. And that's upstairs and outside with a fastball. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 out. A 2-run Bobcat lead in the third. Down and in, blocked by Tully on the breaking ball. Ball 2, strike 1. Put something in the air in the outfield. Let's test the Bobcat outfielders. Huge gaps in Estes Park. Foul straight back with a curveball. It's 2-2. And the Bobcats have nothing to lose here. They know that with an 0-5 league record, they just got to go out and play baseball. The Beat Diggers at 3-2. They've got a playoff spot on the line, and that's in the dirt. 3-2 to Eric Garcia. Short lead at first for Soto. The stretch. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed on a breaking ball down and in. And Garcia strikes out. 2 down for Kyle Rosenbrock. Or check that, Mitch Tormolen. Tormolen hit a sac fly in the opening frame, the pitch. And that's in the dirt again, blocked by Tully. It's 1-0. Yeah, they're making Wagner look good here with these 3 strikeouts, all by the top of the order. The pitch. Swung on and tapped foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wagner's been all over the strike zone. Short lead for Soto. The offering. And that is in the dirt again with a bender. And Adam Tully's done a nice job behind the plate here in the third inning. Ball 2, strike 1. 2 down, both on strikeouts of Maris and Garcia. You're not going to see that often, especially back-to-back. Stretch and pitch in the dirt. Gets away from Tully towards the Digger dugout. It goes into the Beat Digger dugout. And that should allow, just a 1 base. The ball's just out of play. Not an extra base there for Soto. But he could score on a base hit to the outfield now. 3 balls and 1 strike to the Beat Digger first baseman. And the pitch, and the breaking ball is outside. Tormolen walks. Big at bat here for Rosenbrock, who struck out on 3 pitches in the opening frame. Beat Digger fans getting into this game even more. They realize that with a 3-1 deficit in the third, they got to get going here. Runners take their leads. Swag and a miss and a breaking ball. It's 0-1. And you've got to go to right field. He's throwing that curveball. You got to go the other way if you're Brush. And challenge the right fielder Gallatin. The offering. And that fastball's up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Estes Park leads Brush 3-1 in the top of the third inning. The wind does pick up again. The pitch swung on and fouled off to the right. Ball 1, strike 2. At least the Beat Diggers are extending the pitch count here. Bogner in the third. Now up to 51 pitches. Soto at second. Tormolen leads off of first. The offering. Swing and foul tipped at the plate. Remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The big cleanup hitter for the Beat Diggers, who does have a 3-run homer this year, and it was over the right field fence in Lyons, way outside on the breaking ball. 2-2. How nice would that be right now? Going the other way. You've got a huge gap. The pitch swung on, fouled up the third base side. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat to Rosenbrock. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. The pitch outside and low. 3-2. The runners will be going with the pitch, so anything in the outfield, you're going to get a run. Swung on and tapped foul up the third base side. Rosenbrock just battling up there. There'll be another payoff pitch coming up to the Beat Digger's second baseman. Looking to extend his RBI total. He's got 8 so far this year. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, and that's low and away. In fact, in the dirt, Rosenbrock walks. Well, the Beat Diggers have been issued 3 walks in the inning. But again, Trevor Blake's going to have to come through. Blake popped out to the shortstop Youngbluth in the second inning. 11 RBIs for the Beat Digger catcher. The stretch and the offering, and that's in the dirt until he blocks it again. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, Blake loves to pull the ball. And if Bogner figures that out, he's going to throw everything low and away. And the 1-0. Swung on and grounded into left field for a base hit. Soto will score. Tormolen is being sent home. The ball is gobbled out there in left field. The third is Rosenbrock, and it's a 2-run single by Trevor Blake. And the Beat Diggers have tied the game at 3. Blake now with 13 RBIs on the year. And he pulled it, but he got the pitch to pull it. And here is Ryan Hirschfeld. He singled in his first at-bat. A brand-new ball game with the Beat Diggers tying it again. Any ball hit on the ground is going to move quickly through the infield, and Blake not only hit it hard, but in that 5-6 hole. The pitch. Ball low. The throw to second, and the ball's going to go off of the runner, Blake, into center field, and scoring is Rosenbrock. It'll be a stolen base. Luckily, I think that nearly hit him in the face, but apparently it didn't. No, motions that it hit him in the arm, and that took a wild deflection. So the error will be on the catcher, Tully. Give the stolen base to Blake, and the error allows the runner to score. And the bender's low and away. It's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. And that is a strike with a breaking ball. 2-1. So second error here. Committed by Estes Park. Swung on line foul up the first base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the Beatnickers have put together a 3-run inning, but looking for more against the right-hander Cam Bogner. The pitch swung on, fouled off to the right. Count remains at 2-2. The stretch and the offering. Swung on, grounder to third. It should be an easy play. And motion is a third. Now throwing long to first, and a terrible throw by the third baseman, Klein. Klein thought he had a force play. That's why he took a step to his right. And then he threw it away. So that's an error on Klein. Advancing to third is Blake. Well, he was clearly not aware of the situation, because he threw the ball to first after motioning to third like there was a force. That'll bring up Dylan Acosta. And the pitch, that's right down the middle for a strike. And it's 0-1. Estes Park has hurt themselves in this inning with those errors. Outside with a fastball, the count is even at 1-1 strike. The Bobcats now with 3 errors in the game, including 2 in this inning. And the offering. Swung on, line up the middle for a base hit by Acosta. Here comes Blake. He will score. Advancing to second is the courtesy runner, Alec Peterson. Beatnickers now lead by a score of 5-3. And Dylan Acosta gets it done again. That's why he's been moved up to the 7th slot in this lineup. Here's Tyler Monday, who grounded out in his first at-bat, and the breaking ball is up and away. 1 no strikes to the Beatnicker third baseman. Stretch, and the offering. Swung on, hit slowly on the ground to third. Klein is going to charge. He'll glove. He'll throw. The inning is over. Monday is out at first. However, the Beatnickers did have a productive inning in this top of the third, as they score 4 runs, and they do it on 2 hits, 2 errors, and 2 left on. After 2.5, it's Brush 5, Estes Park 3 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beatnickers lead the Bobcats 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the third inning. David Klein, who walked in his first plate appearance, will step in against Ryan Hirschfeld. The Beatnickers just coming up with a 4-run frame in the top of the third, getting a big 2-run single from Trevor Blake. All the runs came with 2 down. The pitch, and that fastball is up and away. 1 no strikes to the third baseman, David Klein. The pitch, breaking ball is right down the middle. It's strike 1. 1 strike. Line and pitch. Curveball is grounded to short. Mares is going to back up for the excellent hop. The throw to first is low, and Tormolin picks it out beautifully for the out. Mares was saved. If not, it would have been a second error of the game, but Tormolin with a nice scoop at first base, and there's 1 down. That'll bring up Hunter Johnson. He walked in his first plate appearance against Hirschfeld. Here's the line and pitch. Swung on, grounded on the right side towards the second baseman, Rosenbrock. The pitcher covering Hirschfeld is right there on the back for the out. The rare 4-1, but a nice job of Hirschfeld recognizing the situation as Rosenbrock made the play, so Johnson is out. 2 down for Jonathan Pass. Pass had a base hit to center in the opening frame. Line by Hirschfeld, the pitch, and the bender's in there for a strike on the inner half. It's 0-1. For all of your auto supply needs, stop by Central Auto Parts in Fort Worth. And the offering. Swung on, grounded down the third base line into left field. Eric Garcia's going to chase it down to the corner. Then he fumbles the ball around first. His pass. He's going to be into second. That'll be a single and an error on Garcia, allowing Pass to advance to second. So 2 down for John Youngbluth. The Apparently, this phone still gets calls even while I'm on the air. All right, Youngbluth hit that line drive that was caught by the right fielder, Soto, in the first at bat. Fouled back with the first pitch. No balls and one strike. No balls and one strike to Youngbluth. The stretch by Hirschfeld and the offering. The curveball swung on and missed. No balls and two strikes. Hirschfeld's got a strikeout so far. Pass leads at second. And the 0-2. And the breaking ball is up and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hirschfeld stretches. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. And Hirschfeld gets the strikeout of John Youngbluth. The inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left at second. There was 1 error, actually, by the Beat Diggers. We go to the 4th inning with the score. Brush 5, Estes Park 3 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beat Diggers sent 9 to the plate in the 3rd inning when they scored 4 runs, and it began with Daniel Soto's walk. And now he'll step in against Cam Boggater. The Beat Diggers leading the Bobcats 5-3. Boggater so far has thrown 70 pitches. The pitch, and that fastball is upstairs. He's thrown 4 wild pitches. That certainly has hurt him as well. 1 ball and no strikes. And the offering, and that curveball is right there on the inside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Beat Digger right fielder. Beat Digger still not pounding the ball, but taking advantage of mistakes. Swag, and a miss, and a ball down and away. 1 and 2 to Daniel Soto. Boggater has picked up 3 strikeouts. Stretch and pitch. Swung on, that's grounded to short. Youngbluth has got it, sets, throws, and he threw it wildly way up the first base side. And that'll be the 4th error committed by the Bobcats, the 2nd by Youngbluth as Soto reaches. And that was a routine play, but the Beat Diggers get a break. Maris is 0 for 2. He reached on a Youngbluth error in the 1st and then struck out. The stretch by Boggater, the pitch. Well, that's right there for a strike. Maris has just not seen the ball well. That looked pretty good from him right behind the plate, and he just took a pitch that was nice and fat. And the 0-1. Swung, that is drilled into left field. Same pitch, but that time a different result. Maris with a base hit, advancing to second is Soto. And the Beat Diggers are in business in the 4th inning, 1st and 2nd, with nobody out for Eric Garcia, who's grounded out and struck out. Estes Park has 6 hits in the game. The Beat Diggers with only 4. But Brush has the 5-3 lead. The pitch. That ball went behind him to the screen. The 5th wild pitch by Boggater. Soto the 3rd. And into second is Maris. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. 502 Ensign in downtown Fort Morgan. The place to shop for all of your appliance needs is B&B Appliance, a member of the Brand Source Retail Program. Fouled off to the left. 1 and 1. Rush scored a run in the 1st. Estes Park scored 3 in the bottom half. The Beat Diggers countered with 4 in the 3rd. That's how they got the 5. And that fastball is high. Ball 2, strike 1. Park the pitch. Swung on and lifted towards shallow right field. That one might drop for a base hit. It does. Soto held up, but he will score. Maris to 3rd on the RBI blue pit. As advancing on the throw now to second is going to be Maris. And the Beat Diggers now lead 6-3. Yeah, not hit hard, but in the perfect spot by Eric Garcia. And the Beat Diggers have 2 more in scoring position. There'll be a visit to the hill as Mitch Tormolin will step in. Tormolin with a sac fly in the 1st, his 17th RBI of the year that he walked. As Boggater walked, the bases loaded before Blake hit that 2-run single to tie the game. The Beat Diggers have scored 5 unanswered runs. So Maris at third, Garcia at second. The conference breaks up on the hill. And the Beat Diggers looking to break this open here in the fourth inning. Already with one across and nobody out. And the Bobcats know they've got to play some solid defense behind their pitcher. The 4 errors in this game is obviously hurting them at this point. The pitch, low and away with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes to the Beat Digger first baseman. And the pitch swung on. That ball's grounded to short. Youngbluth looks to second, throws to first for the out. Excellent play. There's one down. Said Maris had gone to second earlier. That, of course, is Garcia. That's second with Maris at third. One down for Kyle Rosenbrock. Low and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Rosenbrock is struck out and walked. Rosenbrock looking to extend his RBI total. He's got 8 right now. The stretch and the pitch, and he swings and misses at a pitch down and away. 1-1 to the Beat Digger freshman second baseman. At third is Maris. At second is Garcia. And the offering swung on and fouled off to the right. Ball 1, strike 2 to the cleanup hitter. And Torbolin hit that ball extremely hard, but Youngbluth fielded it right there. Nobody could advance. And that one's in the dirt, gets away from Tully. Here comes the speedy Maris to the plate. And to third is Garcia. That's the 6th wild pitch delivered by Bogner. Beat Diggers now lead 7-3. And Rosenbrock has a chance to drive in his 9th run. At 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out on a pitch on the outside corner of the knees. That's the 4th strikeout by Cam Bogner. And the 2nd of Rosenbrock. Here's Trevor Blake. Popped out, had the big 2-run single with 2 outs in the previous inning. Bogner delivers. And that one's in the dirt, blocked by Tully. 1 ball and no strikes. We're in the 4th inning. The Beat Diggers up by 4 after trailing by 2. Pitch to Blake. And that is a strike with a bender on the outside corner, belt high. Count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike to the Beat Digger catcher. Bogner gets to sign the pitch. Curveball, a strike again. Oh, Blake did not like that whatsoever. I don't blame him. Looked like it was off the plate, but he's got to go to right field if he swings at that pitch. And the 1-2. And that's in the dirt on the bender. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 in, 1 on. Stretch. And the pitch to Blake. Swung on, fouled on the ground on the left side. Count stays at 2-2. With Garcia at third. Tully lays down the sign. And the pitch in the dirt, and Tully blocks that one. Well, he has blocked about, I'd say, anywhere from 10 to 12 pitches, but he can't block everything. 6 wild pitches have been thrown by Bogner. A payoff pitch coming up to TB, the pitch in the dirt. It was a breaking ball, and Blake read it right off his hand. And it's a walk to Trevor Blake. Here comes Ryan Hirschfeld, who was singled and reached on an error. He is 1 for 2. Hirschfeld with 7 ribbies on the year. Can he extend it now? Fastball is upstairs. This could be the last inning for Bogner. He's approaching the 100 pitch mark. He's at 95. 1-0. Swung on line for a base hit into center field. Garcia will jog across home plate. The second is Blake. Hirschfeld drives in the run. Brush. 8. Estes Park 3. And that will allow Dylan Acosta to hit. Acosta with a ground out and an RBI single. Dylan is 1 for 2. Acosta with that single is driven in 9. The pitch up and away for the breaking ball. It's 1-0. Alec Peterson, the courtesy runner at first. The pitch, foul straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Dylan Acosta. The stretch by Bogner. Swing, and a miss on the ball in the third. It's 1-2. And the next pitch thrown by Bogner will be his 100th of the game. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 3 in. And the runner going to third, and the pitch is up and in. An easy stolen base for Blake. He took off before the ball was even thrown. Huge jump. Runners at the corners. The pitch swung on, grounded slowly to short to Youngblood to his left. It's underneath his glove in the left center field. The speedy Peterson to third base, and he'll get there. Acosta holds up at first. Tough play there to his left. We'll give him a base hit. That was a tough play to his left. It wasn't going to be easy. Might be a little bit of a charity hit, but I'll give it to him because it wasn't right at him. And the Beatnickers now lead 9-3. Yeah, Youngblood had to range to his left on that slowly hit ball, so he was rushing. Pitch to Monday. Breaking balls down and away. 1 ball and no strikes, so Acosta with 2 ribbies. Yeah, with the speedy Acosta, Youngblood had to field that and throw on the run. Couldn't do either. Swung on, grounded towards left field. That's a base hit. Beyond the diving shortstop, Youngblood. Peterson to third. The throw's going to be cut off. And Monday's got the RBI single. The Beatnickers now lead 10-3. They've scored 5 in the frame. And the Beatnickers running all over the place now. Daniel Soto led off the inning, reaching on an error. He will now hit. He's 0 for 1 officially. Stretched by Bogner. The pitch swung on and fouled off to the right and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. And again, you put the ball on the ground here at Estes Park, it rolls pretty quickly because of the all-clay infield, the stretch, and the 0-1 outside. Almost looked like a pitch out. 1 ball, 1 strike to Daniel Soto. And he awaits the pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. At third is Acosta. At first is Tyler Monday. Soto awaits the pitch, and that breaking ball's up and away. Ball 2, strike 2. Cargill Meat Solutions takes as much pride in the community, just as they do in the products they provide to their consumers. 2-2 pitch. That is a called strike 3 down the middle. Cargill Meat Solutions, part of the KSIR B106 scholarship program. However, for the Beatnickers in the inning, it's a big one for them. They score 5 runs on 5 hits, an error, and 2 men left. 3.5 complete from Estes Park. It's Brush 10, Estes Park 3 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Estes Park. The Beatnickers lead the Bobcats 10-3 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. And Ryan Hirschfeld will be delivering to the left-handed hitting right fielder, Austin Gallatin. The pitch swung on and hit over the mound towards center field. Second baseman Rosenbrock to his right. Throws on the run for the out. Excellent backhanded play by Rosenbrock. As that ball was headed for center, there's 1 down. That's a defense the Beatnickers are capable of, and unfortunately lacked on Tuesday in that 5-2 loss to Eaton. Although Gregory Maris had a nice stint at short in that 7th inning. Here's Bailey Flores, who singled and hit that line shot that was caught by Hirschfeld. He's 1 for 2. Wind and pitch. Breaking ball is grounded into left field for a base hit. 7th hit of the game for Estes Park. And that is the 2nd by Flores. That's why that play by Rosenbrock was huge. That could have been 1st and 2nd, nobody out, but the Beatnickers now a much more manageable situation. Dylan Jerse is up there, singled and struck out. The stretch and the offering, and the curveball is popped up in the infield. The second baseman, Rosenbrock, makes the catch about 5 steps in. 2 down, right off the end of the bat. And They're not making Hirschfeld work in this inning. He's still, 3 pitches? 3 or 4? There's Adam Tully. Throw back to first, and back in diving is Flores. Tully has singled prior to that, hit into a fielder's choice. Curveball is a ball to throw to second, runner going up the shortstop side of the tag, and safe. It's a stolen base for Bailey Flores. Throw was in there on a hop, but it was going to be tough to throw him out with the speed, and considering the pitch was a breaking ball. 1 ball and no strikes, so Tully with an RBI opportunity with his team down by 7. The pitch swung on, grounded foul off the end of the bat towards the first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Bee Diggers were down 3-1, but they scored 4 in the third and 5 in the fourth. 9 unanswered for a 10-3 lead in Estes Park. The stretch by Hirschfeld. And the 1-1. Lowe took something off with that. It's 2-1. I don't believe the Bobcats and Bee Diggers will be in the same league next year, so this could be our final trip for a while in any sport to Estes Park. 2-1 pitch. Curveball is lifted towards left center field. Dylan Acosta to his right is under it, makes the catch. The inning is over. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 4 complete from Estes Park. Brush 10, Estes Park 3 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. All right, we've got some changes here as we head to the top of the 5th inning. The new pitcher is Bailey Flores. Cam Bogner is going to third base, and David Klein moves from third to second. Those are the changes for Estes Park. I believe we might even have a new catcher as well. Jonathan passes behind the plate. So that's at least 4 changes right there. We don't really get those up here, which would leave left field vacant right now. We've got to figure that who that is in left field for Estes Park as the Bee Diggers lead 10-3. And if we get that change, we'll pass it on as well. It'll be the top of the order, Gregory Mares, followed by Eric Garcia and Mitch Tormolen. Against the right-hander Flores. And that looks like Tully is short, too, so we got a new shortstop as well. Wind and pitch. Swung on. That is grounded towards short. Tully's got it. Sets, throws, and there is 1 down. Mares retired on 1 pitch. 1 down for Eric Garcia. Mares now at 1 for 4. After that at bat, Garcia in the game is 1 for 3. And the pitch down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Garcia's grounded out, struck out, and singled. 1 ball, no strikes to the Bee Digger left fielder. And Bailey Flores delivers up and away on the tailing fastball. It's 2-0. Brush and Meat on Tuesday, 4 o'clock right here on 1010, as well as KSIR.com from Brush. And the 2-0 to Garcia. Swung on. That is laced into right field for a base hit down the line. Garcia's got speed to burn. He's rounding first, headed for second, and he'll have a straight-up double. Ball was bobbled by Gallatin, but Garcia was off as soon as he swung that bat, and he's got a straight-up double. Garcia now with his 2nd hit of the game. That'll bring up Mitch Tormolen. Tormolen, a sac fly, a walk, and a ground out. He is 0 for 1 with a ribby. If the Bee Diggers can score 3 runs and hold Estes Park, they would win this game in 5. As they lead 10-3. 3-step lead out there for Garcia. And the pitch. Fastball rides inside. It is 1-0. Platte Valley Hearing Center getting your hearing to its very best. Platte Valley Hearing Center. 1-0 pitch to Tormolen. And he swings and drills it deep into left field. That ball could clear the left fielder, and it does. All the way towards the fence. Rounding third is Garcia. He'll score easily. Tormolin with an RBI double. And he drives in his 18th run of the year. The Pea Diggers now lead the Bobcats 11-3. Your one-stop center for projects around your home, office, or yard is Ackley Building Center. Ackley Building Center at 1402 Mill Street in Brush. With Kyle Rosenbrock coming to the plate. Rosenbrock had a tough day offensively. 2 strikeouts and a walk. And the Bender's in there for a strike. It is 0-1. So the Pea Diggers have scored now 10 unanswered runs. The right-hander Flores gets the sign from pass. The pitch and the curveball right there, inside corner again, but Rosenbrock's not reading that pitch. So 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on, 1 in. The pitch swung on and laced on a hop and underneath the shortstop Tully into left center field. Then the ball is bobbled in center field by Dylan Jersa. Rounding third is Tormolin. He will score. And that'll be a couple of errors on the play because that ball was hit hard, but if Tully has it on that 1 hop, he makes the play. Pea Diggers now lead 12-3. Rosenbrock to second. But first, the error on Tully, the shortstop. And then the error on the center fielder, Jersa. Here's Blake. Stretch and pitch. Fouled at the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Bobcats have now committed 6 errors in the game, and that obviously has played a factor. And the pitch, swing and a miss at a ball up and in by Blake. Blake has popped out, hit a huge 2-run single in the third with the Pea Diggers down 3-1 with 2 outs, and then he walked. Now his 13 ribbies on the year. The pitch swung on. That's grounded down the third base line for a base hit. And going to third base is Rosenbrock. He's going to be sent home. The throw towards the plate, and it's going to be cut off there by pass. Into second on the throw is Blake. On the RBI single, Pea Diggers now lead by a score of 13-3. Now that play actually could have been made out there, but it was a backhand attempt by Bogner. And again, a lot of these close plays, but I've got to score them somehow. Here's Ryan Hirschfeld, who's got 2 hits in the game. The pitch, and that Bender is on the inside corner for a strike. He backed out of the way like it was going to hit him, and I don't blame him because it looked like it was. That had major action to it. 0-1. Pea Diggers have 3 across. Hirschfeld awaits the pitch, and that curveball's up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leading off of second is Rosenbrock. Here's the stretch and the pitch to Hirschfeld. And he takes it for a strike. Took something off it on the inside corner, belt high. Ball 1, strike 2. Hirschfeld can now go the distance in 5 innings, but he would like to add to the lead as well. And the 1-2. In the dirt, it gets away from the catcher pass. It's ball 2. Advancing to third is Rosenbrock with a wild pitch. So another run would give the Pea Diggers some leeway going into the bottom of the 5th inning. Brush was actually down 3-1 with 2 outs and the bases loaded in the third. Then the onslaught began. Brush scored 4 in that inning, 5 more in the 4th, and 3 so far here in the 5th with 1 out. Ryan Hirschfeld with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. The pitch, and that is a called strike 3 on a pitch on the inner half, and there's 2 down. Looked like a tailing fastball. Hirschfeld was surprised. He thought it was ball 3. Dylan Acosta is 2 for 3 in the game. The pitch, that's right there for a strike on the outer half with that fastball. Acosta's driven in 1. No balls and 1 strike. And he awaits the pitch. Swung on and driven towards left center field to his right, and making the catch on the run is Jersa on a hard hit ball. The out is recorded, and the inning is over. But the Bee Diggers do plate 3 in the inning. And they plate those on 3 hits. There were 2 errors and a man left. Let's head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Brush 13, Estes Park 3 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Ryan Hirschfeld can end this game in 5 innings with the Bee Diggers up by 10, 13 runs and 11 hits, 2 errors for Brush, 3 runs, 7 hits, 6 errors for the Bobcats. It'll be Cam Bogganer, who has reached in an air and singled as the sun has gone away momentarily. Line and pitch, swung on and popped up and out of play. Behind the screen, it's 0-1. Hirschfeld threw almost 50 pitches in the first inning. He's thrown just 82 now in the entire game. It's great since the first inning, and the curveball is inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Coach Moniz does not want to use a second pitcher. That'll save everybody else for this upcoming week. 1-1. Curveball, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cam Bogganer. The right-handed hitting third baseman is the pitcher of record for the Bobcats. And the offering, and he's short on that one. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hirschfeld looking in. And the pitch. Curveball swung on and foul, tipped in the place glove, and that's strike 3. Only the 3rd strikeout by Hirschfeld, but he'll take it. He's throwing very well. There's 1 down. Here's David Klein, who's now playing second base. He's 0 for 1. He walked and grounded out. Line by Hirschfeld, a pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. It's 0-1. Perfectly located down and away, and Hirschfeld looks very composed out there now. He had to get that first inning out of the way, and he did nicely after that. The pitch. Curveball is in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Northeastern Colorado's hometown savings and loan with locations in Brush and Fort Morgan is Equitable Savings and Loan. Curveball in the dirt again. And like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Greg Mullen is there. Let Greg Mullen work with you to get the discounts you desire and the coverage you need. State Farm agent Greg Mullen. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch right there with a fastball in the outer half of the knees. The count is level at 2-2. With 1 out and the bases empty in the 5th. The pitch in the dirt. Trying to sneak in a curveball. It's 3-2. If Estes Park scores a run in this inning, they extend the game to the 6th. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded foul up the right side. Looks like Hirschfeld will reach 100 pitches. But that could change if he retires Klein. And the payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the right again on the changeup. Another 3-2 pitch to David Klein. With the Bee Diggers up 13-3 in the bottom of the 5th inning. And here it is. Oh, he walked him, not even close. Low and away, overthrew that pitch. That'll bring up Hunter Johnson. I would assume that Estes Park will be conservative on the bases. Johnson has walked and grounded out. He is 0 for 1. Hirschfeld at the belt. The pitch swung on and fouled off to the left. 60 strikes and 35 balls so far for the sophomore right-hander. He looks back. And the 0-1. And the curveball is a strike on the inside corner. That was gorgeous. 0-2. That's as close to the corner as you can throw the pitch. 0-2, the offering, up and away with a breaking ball. 1-2 to Hunter Johnson. With 1 out and 1 on in the bottom of the 5th inning. Short lead at first. The pitch. swung on and grounded on the left side. Monday's going to have a long throw. He's going to throw to second for the force, and that one is successful. I thought he was going to go to first, but Klein got a bad jump off of first, and there's 2 down. That was some excellent awareness by Monday, knowing that he had to play at second, even on a slowly hit ground ball. So 2 down for Jonathan Pass, who has 2 singles in the game. Johnson off of first, throw back to first, and nothing doing, back in standing. Yeah, Hirschfeld would love to cheap out, but I think Estes Park is going to force him to get the batter out, the pitch. And the curveball is fouled into foul territory. Blake has a play, but he didn't see it in time, and now he dove for the baseball. Nearly made the catch as he tumbles towards the fence. On the third base side, it's 0-1. Had Blake read that off the bat, he would have caught it. But it was tough to see. Didn't have much trajectory. But you got to credit the senior catcher. That's as great an effort with 2 outs in a 10-run game. He could have just said, I'm going to let it go. But he wanted to make that play. No balls, 1 strike to Jonathan Pass. I'm surprised Johnson was taking off. Let's see if he goes. And he does again. It's a strike. The throw to second is right there. The tag. Oh, Mayers couldn't apply the tag as the ball was not fielded. It got off his glove. It's a stolen base, but it's 2 strikes. Well, that was a fantastic throw by Blake. No balls and 2 strikes to Jonathan Pass. The stretch by Hirschfeld. And the pitch, low and away with a breaking ball, 1-2. That was the 101st pitch thrown by the sophomore. A run keeps Estes Park in the game. The pitch swung on and popped up on the right side. Second baseman Rosenbrock in a few steps makes the catch, and the Beat Diggers win the game by the score of 13-3. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with a recap right here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Welcome to the Beat Digger Post-Game Show, brought to you by Buildings by Design. The most important thing to buying a new building or starting a new design-build project is picking the right company to build it. For a free bid, call Pat Walter, Travis Lefevre, 970-842-5837. You can visit them on the web at buildingsbydesign.com. The Beat Diggers defeat the Estes Park Bobcats 13-3. 13 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors by the Beat Diggers, 3 runs, 7 hits, 6 errors by Estes Park. The winning pitcher was Ryan Hirschfeld. He went the distance, and the loss went to Cam Bogner. Time of the game, 1 hour and 34 minutes. Beat Diggers got a sac fly from Mitch Tormolen in the first inning, but then Estes Park came to hit in the bottom of the first, getting 3 base hits, scoring 3 runs, and grabbing a 3-1 lead. And then with 2 outs and the bases loaded in the third, Trevor Blake came up with a 2-run single to tie the game at 3. A wild pitch allowed another run to score. Dylan Acosta came up with an RBI single, making the score 5-3. Then the Beat Diggers unloaded for 5 more. In the fourth inning, Eric Garcia had an RBI single, as did Ryan Hirschfeld. Then the Beat Diggers would play 3 more in the top half of the fifth inning. Beat Diggers improved to 4-2 in Patriot League play, 7-6 overall. The Bobcats are 3-9 overall, and they are 0-6 in league play. Next up for the Beat Diggers, coming up on Tuesday at 4 o'clock from Brush, they will take on the Mead Mavericks. We'll have that game right here on 1010, as well as KSIR.com. Special thanks, as always, great work by our sound engineer and producer, Rose Condis. I'm John Beltran from Estes Park. The final score, once again, in 5 innings, Brush 13, Estes Park 3 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.